Alhamdulillah, brothers in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this dunya, made this world that we live in, the place of test. Ad-dunya darul bala. It is the home and the place of imtihan, of testing. And akhirah, the hereafter, is darul jaza. It's the place for reward based on your marks in this test, in the test of dunya. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you your reward, whether this reward is something that is good because you did good, or something that is a punishment because you did bad. And this dunya, my brothers, the hardest test in it is that the person, while living in this dunya, while dealing with this world and all the details of this world, he forgets akhirah. The biggest disease that we all have is the attachment to this world, the connection we have with this world, and the forgetfulness and negligence that we have with the hereafter. Unfortunately, this is the hardest test. It's the hardest test because something that is I'm dealing with now, I'm interacting with, I can see, I can smell, I can feel. And then you want me to drop all of this and start worrying and working for something that I can't see, can't enjoy, can't get anything now. This concept is the hardest test the human being faces. What makes the carpenter 40-degree heat on the roof, in the sun, takes his shirt off, boiling sun, burning sun. But he's happy, he's laughing, he's joking with everyone around him. What keeps this carpenter going? It's a reward. He's getting something in return. But this reward is not long-term. And it's not unseen and assumed. No. This reward is physical. Some people refuse to start any job before they take some. A lot of tradies now, you go, for example, say, take this job. There's no problem. But give me 20% before I start. Yeah, he wants something before he starts any work. If he's good in his trade, he wants something first. I'm not going to work and then chase my money. No, give me my money first. When they see money, or if they are sure and confident money is coming, then work becomes easy. So what's the problem that we're facing? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to do work, and not easy work, hard work, major sacrifices, Don't do this, this is haram, avoid this is makruh. It is better to do this. It is compulsory to do this. A lot of do's and don'ts, and you see what reward? Inshallah in Jannah you will, Inshallah when you meet, inshallah a lot of hur al-ain are waiting for you. Where is the hur al-ain? I want one hur teen now at least, Where are these hur al-ain? After you die, after I die. Inshallah, brother, every time you say Subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you a palm tree in Jannah. Beautiful. Imagine every time you say Subhanallah, you get a palm tree in dunya. Qasam billah, al-azim, people won't stop. Because, Allahu Akbar, now I have 5 palm trees, now I have 10, now I have a farm, now I have, Allahu Akbar. Every palm tree is giving me dates, I'm making money. Subhanallah, it won't stop. But palm tree in akhirah, where is that palm tree? Every time you read Qul Huwa Allahu Ahad, 10 times, Allah will build you a palace in Jannah. And people, how many days in your life did you follow this hadith and read Quran 10 times a day? Millions and billions of Muslims don't do this rule. Why? Because the house is where?
Jannah.
It's in Jannah. But if I was to say to you, brother, if you say Qul Huwa Allahu Ahad 10 times, every day, every time you say them, I will give you a unit in dunya, not even a house, a unit in Sydney somewhere. Uqsam billah, you would no day will pass. No day will pass without you reading Qul Huwa 10 times. Right? Why? Because dunya I can see, dunya I can feel, dunya I know its value, I dealt with it before, I interact. But akhirah, inshallah. So it's good. It's amazing, man. So it's very very important for Muslims to be pragmatic and realistic. You have to be realistic. When you understand the task at hand, you have to be realistic with what you want to achieve. You can't just say, no, inshallah, it's beautiful. It's all in the air. Because we don't know the task at hand, people belittle the task. They assume it's something simple. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to work hard for Jannah. And you will never ever work hard for Jannah unless and until you have the same belief, the same value of the hereafter, at least like dunya. We're not going to say more. We should have more. We should have more trust in the hereafter and value for the hereafter than dunya. But the reality is we don't. Dunya is more valuable in our hearts. And anyone who denies this is delusional. You are living in La La Land, ya haram. People value dunya. We love dunya. If you can love akhirah like you love dunya, you are already a wali of Allah. You are already in a rank of your own in iman. Let alone loving akhirah more, or believing in akhirah more, or trusting the hereafter more. We want at least equal. Imagine you worked like you work for dunya 8 hours a day. Imagine you worked 8 hours for akhirah every day. Wallah al-Azim, you will be in a rank of your own in our time. A very, very, very special person in the history. You meet Allah Azza wa Jal and you're one of a kind. So you have to understand the task at hand. The task at hand is bringing this value, comprehending, digesting, and bringing this value, this iman in your heart. That's what we call yaqeen. Yaqeen is the target of every Muslim, my brothers and my sisters. This firm conviction, that akhirah is more important. The hereafter is more valuable. A house in Jannah is better than 1,000,000 houses in dunya. This sentence is true, but very, very hard to believe. The reality is, it's not in your heart. No way in your heart. There is 1,000,000 evidence, 1,000,000 signs in your life, in your actions that show that you don't believe that the palace in Jannah is more valuable than the palace in dunya. No way. Millions of examples. So we have to understand the task at hand. I will not work hard for akhirah unless and until at least the hereafter is like dunya in my heart. And this will never happen without firm conviction, firm yaqeen. Trust in this hereafter, trust in the reward of this hereafter, with no doubt, with no hesitation. Not only this, iman is not like education. Iman is very, very different to knowledge. Knowledge, the quality of knowledge is as such that when you acquire it, it doesn't go. Khalas, if you learn, if it was about education, if it was just about me teaching you, brother, sister, akhirah is more important, wallahi. Khalas, I got the info now. It's not about that. Iman is very, very different. Iman you can earn, you can reach that level that wallahi akhirah is more important. and because of a few sins and some negligence, 1 month later, it drops and dunya becomes more important. If you can reach the level of wilayah, you become a wali of Allah. And if you don't sustain this iman, what will happen? You will spiral down until all the iman that you gained, you will lose. Very normal. This is why the mashayikh say iman is like swimming. You know, when you swim in water, you have to continuously pedal. You have to, do the frog or do whatever you call it, You can't just stay like, if you don't pedal, what is going to happen?
You sink.
You will sink. Iman needs continuous effort to stay afloat. You have to continuously work on your iman, on your yaqeen, to at least sustain this level. Not to go up, just to sustain. So to increase iman, you need even double the effort. And people, my brothers and my sisters, unfortunately, they don't understand this test. They don't understand this problem. An average man wakes up every morning and goes to work. What drives you to go to work?
You work.
Money.
Yaqeen. Faith. What makes you wake up in the morning and go to work? Think deep. It starts with faith. Trust that when I go to work, what will happen? I'll be paid. And I want this reward. I want this money in my hand. Why? How do I know money is good? Brother, I've tried it before. When I had money, I bought a nice car. We went for a nice holiday. My wife became very happy with me. All of a sudden, my wife loves me. All of a sudden, If you have money, look, when I have money, I make my kids happy. My kids love me. My wife loves me. My friends will love me. Everyone will love me. So you have faith in the system. You have faith that when you work, you will get paid, and you have faith that this pay will make you happy. You can deny until the cows come back home, but this is the root of all evil. This false yaqeen. This fake yaqeen. If money made people happy, the billionaires of the world will be the happiest people on earth. They're not. They're not. The truth is that they're not. So many people have money and they're suffering depression, anxiety. It's fake. This dunya is fake. But that's the yaqeen we have. That's the faith we have. That's the yaqeen. That's the trust that we have in our hearts. I need to work. Why do I need to work for dunya? Because working for dunya is rewarding. When money comes, things come, and I can do a lot. Okay, like this dunya, similar to this dunya, work for the hereafter. Very hard. Very, very hard. Once, when I first came onto deen, alhamdulillah, some deen came in my life. I heard someone giving a talk. And this person in his talk, when I first got introduced to Tabligh and the Amal and this, he made it very, very simple. All what the mashayikh are saying, at least 2.5 hours a day dedicate for the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. I heard this, and I said, are these people crazy? What do you mean 2.5 hours? Only 2.5? Are you normal? Brother, say 10, 15, deen. And then slowly, year in, year out, think about it carefully. Dedicating 2.5 hours to Allah every single day, which is 10%, I am telling you, is a very, very, very hard target. Very hard target. 10% is a very hard target. People say, what do you mean? I know it's shocking sometimes. It's a very hard target. I want you to think as a person of your own schedule, of your own deen. How much of your day do you honestly, purely dedicate to Allah Azza wa Jal every day? How much? People say, brother, I pray. Brother, please, let's leave prayer. It's a sore point. I don't want to make you angry. I don't want to upset you. You don't want to upset me. Let's leave salah out of the air, because our prayer is the living proof that we have disregard for the hereafter. Because if I ask you now, what surah did the Imam read in Maghrib Salah, 80% of you would say, Ya wallah, what surah did the Shaykh read? You know? Unless you're having one of your good days, you know, and subhanAllah, you're in that mood and the surah got you. Most people, even those who pray in the masjid 5 times a day, from Takbirat al-Ihram, Allahu Akbar, until Salam, his heart is refusing to have any concentration with Allah Azza wa Jal. Very, very, very hard. You know, I know. It's like, let's not use Salah as an example of time dedicated to Allah. You're trying, but it's embarrassing. It's not going to work for you. Some people say, brother, alhamdulillah, wallah, I read Quran. Again, what relationship do you have with the Quran? How much of the day of your day is reciting Quran, and how much of this recitation is the recitation pleasing to Allah? Some people, I know a brother who reads Surah Yasin every single day. Every single day he reads Yasin. But he reads it like Fatiha. How do you read Fatiha? That's the normal person praying. You know, I know. The people who read Yasin, come on, 5-10 minutes, you know. The more you read it, the more you become an autopilot. You know, you don't even have to think. You're proud of yourself, say, alhamdulillah, every day I read Yasin. But really, what reading? Like you're reading Yasin, wallahi, sometimes in salah, wallahi, you know, I know. Sometimes in salah, while doing the adhkar, while reading the Quran, you are actually planning and thinking of sin. You know? Sin. I know a person, we were once together, and then we were praying. After salah, straight away, salam alaykum. You know, we're talking. I'm not going to say who, of course, but he goes, why don't we watch a movie? I go, but you just, subhanallah, you just finished salah. He goes, but it's not, you know, haram. I go, it's not about halal and haram. I'm saying, I want to prove something to him. I said to him, just the fact that you, just after salah you said this, it means in salah what are you thinking of? You know, I know. The thought came, you know, Allah, it's been a while, maybe we'll have like, you know, like a movie night or something. In salah, in your time that you're saying, I dedicate to Allah Azza wa Jal, you are thinking of disobeying Allah. You are planning disobeying Allah Azza wa Jal. I'm sure you know what happens, I know what happens. Let's not be around the bush. So anyone, my brothers, anyone, my sisters, who can actually dedicate 2.5 hours of his day purely for Allah with quality, this person, take it from me, is a wali of Allah. You are of a very, very high rank in our time. 2.5 hours a day to Allah it's a beautiful target. But most of us, we don't have this. Your day is known. Wake up, work, you know. Maybe if you're very, very pious in our time, you're in and out of the masjid quickly, you know. Let's sign off Fajr, let's sign off Dhuhr, let's sign off Asr, Maghrib, Isha. Bang, 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 quickly, yalla, in, out. Maybe 2 rak'at at night, Qiyamul Layl. Maybe some dua, you know, some adhkar. The rest of our day is all dunya. Allah knows, you know, and I know that the majority of our time, majority of focus is dunya. K factor. Don't have anything else. Allah says in the Quran, بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا. Verily you prefer the worldly life. Allah's telling me and you, بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ, you prefer this dunya. وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. Even though the hereafter is better and more lasting. When you lose something from the hereafter, there's lack of care. You can see the signs on your body, on your a'mal, on your life. Let's say, for example, today you missed Fajr at the mosque. How much pain do you suffer? Let's say, for example, a day passed and you didn't read Quran. The Prophet ﷺ says, anyone who goes to the masjid to learn one ayah from the Quran, one verse, one ayah from the Quran, it is as if it is like he went to the camel and came back, went to the market and came back with a pregnant she-camel, yani a female camel, and she's going to give birth, yani two. And two verses are like two camels, better than two camels. And three verses are better than three camels. When we say camels, of course, in our time, people don't relate. If I say, for example, Allah, every time you read the verse or you learn an ayah from the Quran, it's like I buy you an average car. I'm not going to say an expensive car, a Camry. Honestly, one Camry or one verse from the Quran. Tell me the truth, please. What do you think? You don't know? What's that? Why the silence? Tell me the truth. Learning one ayah from the Quran or coming back home with a Camry?
Camry, please.
How about your wife? Okay, try this.
Definitely.
Try this. Go home to your wife after Isha tonight and say to her, darling, I've earned so much today, mashallah. What have you learned? Mashallah, wallah, I went to the masjid and I learned one ayah from the Quran. What's her reaction going to be like? Let's say she's assuming she's a pious wife, alhamdulillah, good on you, this, that. But in her heart saying, millions of times you said this and nothing happened. If you come home to your wife and say, Habibti, wallah, I bought you a Camry, what would the reaction be? Oh my God, you're such a beautiful man, beautiful husband. That's so cute. Wallah, you're so thoughtful. Thank you. You probably get very, very nice food for the next few weeks. You know, probably dress up for you, and everything will be good in the house. But for a while, imagine every day you bring her a Camry. Every day she'll be happy.
No parking.
No
parking.
Every day she'll be happy. The Prophet ﷺ is teaching us that one ayah from the Quran is better than a Camry. So if one day passes in your life and you don't learn a new ayah from the Quran, you've lost what? You've lost the Camry. Is that how you feel? Is that how you feel?
No.
The other day we're coming out of the masjid in the car park here, and then I saw one brother standing beside his car going around it like that. His face, Allahu Akbar. He's like about to cry. So I thought maybe the car's not working. No, brother, do you need help? Sheikh, no. Someone scratched my car. His face, wallah, the anger on his face, the frustration on his face. So I looked, I go, brother, wallah, is it a big scratch? No, someone keyed my car. Who does that? Like there was a little scratch like this, you know. I don't know, maybe I was, inconsiderate, but I said, it's a small scratch. Oh, Sheikh, I understand it's a small scratch, but why? I'm in the house of Allah. I'm telling you, his heart, his face, the frustration because of the scratch was, he didn't have to talk. I saw it on his face. If someone scratches your dunya, you burn. Your heart hurts. But if you lose a Camry every day, all this reward, all this ajr, Allah, if you miss Fajr, if you fall in sin, if you do one of the kaba'ir, if you backbite someone and he takes all, if he takes all of these good deeds, you don't care. Why? Because the truth of the matter, my brothers and my sisters, is that we are dunya people. Dunya is valuable in our hearts. Akhirah is not valuable in our heart. The reward of dunya is very, very valuable in our heart. The reward of the hereafter is not that valuable in our hearts. Even the pious religious people, They're trying. We know, may Allah reward them. They're trying, they're battling, they're pushing. But he knows in his heart what's the main struggle? Dunya is in my heart. Akhirah, yeah. When you hear a talk, a lecture, you get motivated a bit, and then what happens? Iman goes. This is why, my brothers and my sisters, the most important effort of the son of Adam, every Muslim, every single day of his life, should be earning Iman and sustaining Iman. Learn these two tasks. This is the most important element of your deen. Every single day, every single week, your main job in life, the most important task you have in this dunya is to gain Iman and at least try to sustain this Iman. If you don't do this work, it doesn't matter how good and pure you are now, this Iman will go. You have to earn Iman and you have to sustain this Iman. In Ramadan, many of us, mashallah, comes last 10 nights of Ramadan, we become monks. Ubbad, mashallah, we dump dunya, no more work, take holiday, come to the masjid, lock yourself up, Pir Sahib, mashallah, you know, wali of Allah. 5-6 hour tahajjud, Quran, dhikr, this, that, and you feel it. Wallahi, I feel it. I'm sure all of you feel it. You know, when we do this, Iman, Wallahi al-Azim, in i'tikaf, Quran sounds very different. You know, lectures and talks sound very different. Everything sounds beautiful. But you know, and I know, that as soon as Eid comes, what happens? Come back to dunya, habibi. This was a little, you know, it's a little break, but the real work is the work of dunya, not the work of. This is why the work of akhirah, 10 days, one quick umrah, snatch, you know, let's snatch one umrah, you know, have Christmas break coming up, 5-6 days umrah, halawa, beautiful. Let's get a bit of a, you know, bit of a boost, bit of a pump. But 365 days of dunya, we snatch from it some time for the hereafter. So the biggest task that we all have is earning Iman. And then, when you earn this Iman, you have to sustain this Iman. Iman, my brothers and my sisters, is like muscles. You know, when you go to the gym, what happens? If you work hard in the gym, your body starts changing. You start feeling growing muscles you didn't even know they existed. Your body starts showing, muscles start showing. The more you work, the more you earn. But if you stop training, what happens? I know some people, wallah, big boy, he's going to drop his shoulders. He stopped going to the gym, what happens? He becomes like that. What happened? He stopped the work of muscle. If you stop the work of Iman, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. You will never, ever be able to work for the akhirah because your Iman is weak. Your focus is wrong. Your effort is directed in the wrong way because you don't have trust. You don't have faith. You didn't put yourself in the right environment. So to earn Iman and sustain Iman, we have to do this work. This effort. Every single day of my life, I have to force myself. It's not an option. You have to force yourself to put yourself in the environment of Iman. See this talk? You know? So many people, my brothers, they come to talks in the Masjid, you know? And so many people come and ask, Sheikh, before, let's say for example, on Tuesday, I get phone calls sometimes. Sheikh, what's the talk going to be about on Thursday? My brother, wallah, I don't know. Because what do you mean you don't know? Like, tell me, like, encourage me, you know? But honestly, I don't know. People want entertainment. They don't understand that The importance, my brothers and my sisters, of this environment is not in the actual lecture. It is not in the actual speaker. The strength of this is in the actual environment. Every Muslim needs to put himself in the environment of deen. And guess what? This Thursday talk that you attend, for example, 45 minutes or whatever every week, will do nothing. It will do nothing compared to the constant exposure and lust and desire of this worldly life. Every single day you are exposed to 1,000,000 times more invitation for this dunya. Buy this, get this, competition, seeing dunya, dealing with dunya. And akhirah haram, you come once every Friday, you sleep in the khutbah. Come once every Thursday, half an hour, you get bored after 10 minutes, you want to go, I'm going to go to the toilet and come back and take a break. People don't understand. All of us complain from weakness in Iman. But subhanallah, it's ajib. We complain from weakness in Iman even though the reason of this weakness is very apparent. The reason why your Iman is weak and not sustained is because your effort to earn Iman and sustain Iman is limited to what? Half an hour every week, 40 minutes, 1 hour every week. How do you expect your heart, after 1 hour every week of environment of deen, to sustain Iman? Yani, who are you? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? What do you think your heart is? Dunya, dunya, dunya every day, social media, movies, Hollywood, Bollywood, wife, children, work, buying, selling, years and years and years of brainwashing since you were 3 years old. You want to combat all of this with half an hour every week? You are daydreaming. People that shaitan haram brainwashed, people that shaitan fooled, they try to do this. And please don't get upset with me, right? Please, no one should get upset, because I'm giving advice based on my opinion, of course. You can take, you can leave. Shabab, boys, brother, just tell these boys to come. Grab them. Boys, come sit down. Very, very simple, my brothers. Please don't get upset with me, okay? Don't be upset. What was I going to say? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Huh? Yeah, shaitan fooled people to think this. Please don't get upset with me, Tayyib, please. And Wallahi, my brother, wallahi, I try. Trust me, I don't like being the bearer of bad news. I honestly, genuinely love to give good news to people. But the truth is sad. I can't fake it. I try to fake it. I try to be wise and be nice, make people, love the... What do I do? What do I say? Honestly, don't worry about what you're doing now. Don't worry about your current system, what we're doing now in our life. I want you to describe to me what you believe is a good system. And let's say I gave you the option of tailoring your life. What's a good... I used to tell the boys it's called the good Muslim syndrome. Like, it's a disease. It's a disease. You know how we have a syndrome? It's a disease. We have a disease called the good Muslim syndrome. What's the good Muslim? Your imagination, your idea of the good Muslim is wrong. Your aim, what's the good Muslim? I'll tell you the life of the good Muslim. Q&A. The good Muslim, Hajj every year. This is like, Allahu Akbar. If you do Hajj every year, brother, you are with the angels. Imagine Hajj every year. 2 Umrahs every year. Allahu Akbar, this guy. Fasting Monday and Thursday. Salah in the masjid. You know? MashaAllah, imagine this life, you know? Giving charity fi sabilillah. Humanitarian aid. He works in humanitarian aid, you know? It's the new thing. Go overseas and help the brothers in need and, you know, sisters in need and, you know, what can it? If a person reaches this, we usually assume, khalas, you know, good manners, doesn't hurt anyone, doesn't harm people, good akhlaq, good to his neighbors. We view this as the there's nothing better. This is, you know, that's the good Muslim. But this was not the life of the Prophet ﷺ. Can you see the discrepancy? Yani, don't worry about what you're doing. I'm saying even when you dream of, you know what? Let's say you want to repent tomorrow morning. Khalas, I don't want to be a dunya person anymore. I want to be a man of the akhirah. Even your target is wrong. The target you didn't even reach. But just as a target, it's wrong. Because we really, we don't want the life of the Prophet ﷺ. We don't want that. You know? So for example, I always tell the brothers, you know, good Muslim syndrome is his wife in niqab or hijab. Don't get upset from me. Is your wife in niqab or your wife in hijab?
I got nothing.
I don't know, you don't have a wife, I'm saying in theory.
Hijab.
I'm not asking you what you have. He wants to tell everyone, Shabab, he's not married, please find a wife. Allah yarda alaykum. He wants everyone to know, so have rahmah, Shabab. The average Muslim wants his wife in hijab or in niqab. You don't know?
Hijab.
Khalas, why you not answering me? Why is there a struggle always in the conversation? I know thousands of Muslim men, you know, in theory, if you ask them, brother, hijab or niqab, yani, hijab is good. Why بقى يعني go the we don't want that
Extreme.
Yes, hello. Someone said this, we don't want to be extreme. Brother, what do you mean extreme? Brother, this was the dress code of the Prophet ﷺ and his wives. The mothers of believers, your mother, that's what she wore. يعني, then you embarrass people. Then people say, oh, Allah, Sheikh. No, you're right in theory, but a lot of Muslim women, niqab is not on the target table. It's not a goal. It's not even خلاص بقى inshallah, لا inshallah. In 5 years I'm going to reach niqab. No. Majority of Muslim women, they stopped where?
Hijab.
They stopped at hijab. And there's no intention to improve in this field. Why? Because that's the, you know, that Western Muslim, that good
Muslim syndrome.
She's mashallah, she's active in society, she didn't block herself behind the tent, she's outspoken, she does cooking shows and talks to people and maybe even talks to men. How you talk to men with niqab? You know? That's the new modern good Muslim, you know? The good Muslim is not in niqab, they're rare breed. The good Muslimah is in her husband doesn't want, her husband wants his wife to be with him, you know. The average Muslim man now, unfortunately, the average Muslim man, when he gets married, he puts his picture, him and his wife, on his Facebook profile. That's like a minimum requirement. True or not? You get married, my second half, my beautiful wife, you know. Please, I want all the men to check her out. Allah yarda alaykum, please. Everyone look at her. That's how beautiful she is. I'm so proud of her. And then they put messages for each other on her. I'm so happy the day I met you, you know, is the day you changed my life. And then she will say, Yoma, you know, this, that, you know, and they share these nice. That's the good Muslim these days. That's not the bad Muslim. That's the good Muslim. How about the niqabi sister? It's a bit, you know. How about the man? Does the man wear a abaya, the sunnah, or wear a, Allah, the good Muslim, and when he goes to the masjid, okay, wear, But you only gonna wear this? You're only gonna wear like sunnah clothes? Can't you? Nice jeans. Is it haram yani? Is it haram to wear jeans? Suit and tie when you go to work. The good Muslim is in a abaya or in a suit and a tie?
Suit and tie.
Tell me, be honest. Suit and a tie. The good Muslim has a long beard or a cute beard?
Cute beard.
Long or cute?
Cute.
He's got a cute beard. It has to be,
Trim.
It works both ways. In the masjid, brother, look, alhamdulillah, there's hair. There's hair, look, there's hair. But then when he also goes to, like a normal non-Muslim party, for example, what's that? Oh, what's that? Oh, it's in fashion now. Wallah, I was once in Lebanon. Wallah, Anjad. I was in Lebanon. I went to Lebanon one day, 24 hours. When I arrived at the airport. And then in the airport, the cab driver that took us from the airport, wallahi, I'm telling you, full long beard like this. So when I saw him, naturally speaking, like not a cute beard, long beard. When I saw him, I said, Assalamu alaikum. He goes, Masal khair, something like that, like he didn't respond. What the hell? What's your name? He goes, Michael or Mikael, I can't remember the name now, some Christian name, I was shocked. I go, are you not Muslim? He goes, no, Masihi, Maruni. I'm Maronite. I go, how about the, he says, no, it's in fashion. It's Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor look, wallah, something. Fashion. Some Muslim men, be it for fashion. And so, millions of Muslim men, no sunnah in his life. His target, his dream is, even wallahi, if you go Hajj every year, many people will say, what? You have to go Hajj every year, and khalas, brother, let someone else go. Pay for someone, if you really have money, pay for someone else to go. Because that's, the cute Muslim man, the good Muslim man, my brothers, does he mix or does he not mix at all in his life?
Mix.
Men, women. Huh?
Mix.
Tell me, you don't know, should I expose people? The good Muslim man.
Mix
Mix?
politely.
Huh?
Mix politely.
There's the polite mix,
Yeah.
the wise
The
mix.
cool mix.
But he mixes, It's normal. Yes, sister, how are you? We're working together in university, in the, what's it called? This MSA.
you done it.
The MSA, Allahu Akbar, the Muslim Student Association. Every university now because of the rise of feminism, wallah, I'm telling you now, please don't get upset from me. It is nearly, there came a day in Australia, do you remember these days? When we used to have these talks of all the mashayikh, even you get guests from overseas, some mashayikh, now it is nearly impossible to have a conference without a female lecturer. Have you seen this new change? Are you picking it up or not?
Yes.
Now, no series of talk or whatever, it does happen without a...
Women.
There has to be a sister. Ustaza, something giving a talk. I want to know, when in the history of Islam do you know of a female giving a lecture to men?
Never.
Did you ever hear in Rasulullah's time, in the Sahaba's time, wallah, a sister
Never.
standing up, giving a talk to men? Unheard of. But now, the cute Muslim, it's normal. Are we going to Sister Fulana? She's giving us a lecture. Brother, the Muslim female is not allowed to give adhan. You know the adhan for salah? Allahu Akbar, not allowed. Why?
Because
Why are women not allowed to give adhan? Can you explain to me? A misogyny.
her voice.
Because Allah prefers men over women, yani? Why in Islam is it not allowed for a female to give adhan? Why can't a Muslim female lead salah for a man? Why? Why can't the imam be a female? Why can't the khatib of Jum'ah be a female? Can a female give the khutbah of Jum'ah? Why? They want to, that's the next step, but why? I'm asking you why.
Because
Why don't we have in Sharia a female khatiba of Jum'ah? If she's not allowed to give the khutbah of Jum'ah, what makes you think she's allowed to give any other lecture? If you want to give a lecture to women. The place of women in Islam is covered. It's satr. You don't bring men who are non-maharim to hear you talk and raise your voice and give emotional advice. That's not the place of a female. But now, wallahi, now I dare any of you to get up now in an environment of good Muslims and say this, uqsam billah, you'll be cancelled. Wallah, you get boycotted, cancelled, you know. Women around you will feel offended and degraded and you're an extremist. But that's not the good Muslim, you know. The good Muslim now, it's normal. My sister, my brother, yes, we work together inshallah for the benefit of Islam. A lot of confusion. So even when we dream, when we target, when we plan our life, we don't choose the life of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. No one wants to do hard things, you know. No one wants to do hard things. People want the easy options, you know. Jihad, for example, khalas. The word jihad is about to be cancelled from Muslim vocabulary. You know? Shh, don't bring this G word. Don't bring the G word. Everyone, mobiles are bugged and everyone, don't say the G word. No Sheikh will talk about it. No one will, don't bring up jihad. Not jihad, we've dropped from jihad, don't speak about da'wah. But wallahi, one brother came to me once and said, Sheikh, see how you promote da'wah and this and that. Wallah, you're not wise. I go, brother, why? Khair. He goes, Wallah, when Australians realize we talk too much about da'wah, this, that, they will think we're here to convert them. And then maybe they make us leave. My brother, are you normal? Are you normal? I'm telling you, a lot of Muslims, they have this thought, but they won't say it. We want status quo. Leave it. We want dunya, brother. I don't care about this, This is why we say, my brothers and my sisters, even when you plan your life, you are not planning according to the sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You want something, you want a target, you don't want to do the work for it. The truth of the matter is, how did Sahaba radiallahu anhum reach the level of Iman? They went, they did some good deeds in Ramadan. They did some, quick, lecture every week. For Sahaba radiallahu anhum to reach high levels in Iman, they sacrificed their lives. They gave hours every day for Iman, hours every day for the gatherings of Deen. Travel with Muhammad sallallahu twice a year, 3 times a year. Allah said in the Quran, أَوَلَا يَرَوْنَ, embarrassing the munafiqeen, which were actually in a better state than us, unfortunately, in terms of a'mal. They do more than us that we do nowadays. The munafiqeen in Medina, Allah said, أَوَلَا يَرَوْنَ أَنَّهُمْ يُفْتَنُونَ فِي كُلِّ عَامٍ مَرَّةً أَوْ مَرَّتَيْنِ. Can't you see that twice or, once or twice a year you're being tested by being asked to leave your business, leave your home, go overseas? Now we say, brothers, خلاص يا عمي, jihad is too hard for you. Fighting fi sabilillah is an impossibility. You don't know, you're confused. No problem. Let's go overseas for some da'wah trip. Straight away face it. And my system is, wallah, I have 6 weeks holiday. I have to take my family back to, home, Lebanon, Pakistan, India, Egypt. I have to maybe entrance, maybe Kayama. You know Kayama? Yeah. You don't know Kayama. Only I copper. Everyone is going to holiday. How come you are a caveman? Everyone, be a good Muslim. Your wife will tell you, be a good Muslim, look after your family, take us on a holiday. So when you say, but Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never took his family on a holiday, what answer do you get? You with me or not?
Extremist.
Huh?
Extremist.
Can you imagine what we have reached? Can you imagine we have reached a dialogue where someone proves to someone from the Quran and the Sunnah that this is something the Prophet ﷺ never did. He never did this. Not once in his life, not once, not one of his companions did this. And despite you having this evidence, there's no result in the conversation. Are you with me or not?
Yes.
Are you with me or you've lost me?
They'll say it's halal.
Huh?
They'll say it's halal.
What's halal?
Taking a trip.
He didn't know what's halal?
But he didn't say no. That's
But did he know it was halal?
Yes.
Did the Sahaba know it was halal? Why didn't they do it? Wasn't it halal also for him? It's more halal for him for sure. 23 years of hard work. It was halal for him to also take his family. So why is it when you say to your family, oh, look, the Prophet ﷺ didn't do it, we should try not to do it. What do you... No. The good Muslim is the one who takes or doesn't take. Let's ask this question.
who takes.
Honestly, tell me the truth. The good Muslim in our time is someone who takes his wife on a holiday or the one who does not take his wife on a holiday?
Who takes the wife.
Takes or not take?
Takes.
How did you reach that conclusion?
Because that's what the wife's like.
How did we reach a conclusion where the person who follows the Sunnah is not the good Muslim? He's the bad Muslim. How do you reach this? If you tell your wife, for example, tell your family, your wife and kids, we will live in a small house. Good Muslim or bad Muslim?
Bad.
Tell me, good Muslim or good Muslim or good Muslim? Yeah, haram, you're not married, that's why. Try.
Bad Muslim.
Bad Muslim, you're a bad Muslim. Baba, this is... I don't want to give examples from my life, but a very, very common conversation you will have with someone, you know. You say, for example, let's live in a small house. She goes, no. Because we are Muslim sisters and we want to, you know, we are like stay-home mums. So my house should be like a, you know, like a paradise. I go, but Aisha radiallahu anha was a stay-home wife also, and Maymuna was a stay-home mom, and they lived in one room. As soon as you say this, just by saying it, you become a bad Muslim. Why? Because we don't want this lifestyle. We want the new Western, you know, Western. Does the good Muslim have social media or doesn't have social media?
Have
Honestly, Facebook account or no Facebook account?
Facebook, Instagram.
Huh? The Mashayikh are on TikTok now, my brothers, and you are telling me this? The Sheikh is on TikTok and you are telling me this? You are cavemen also. That's why you come to Masjid Noor. The Sheikh is on TikTok. The Sheikh has a Facebook account. There's a trend. And this trend has nothing to do with the Sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is why I say, my brothers, this mass drop in Iman comes from not understanding the amount of effort required. It's not about halal, it's not about haram. If you want Iman, you have to sacrifice. You have to give more time. You have to put more effort, or else you will never sustain your Iman. And if you sustain it, your kids won't. There'll be a drop in Iman by the second generation, and a drop in Iman and then your grandkids will definitely be on Facebook. Why? There's no effort. That's why we say normal good Muslim syndrome lifestyle would never ever make you reach the goal that you want to achieve, which is high Iman. You have to work harder. You have to give more time. When I tell people, brother, every year, I'm telling you, at least, wallahi, at least, you need to dump everything and go. 1 month, 2 months, go focus on your deen. People say, brother, very, very hard. I'm telling you, without this, your Iman is in the rubbish bin. Your wife will never, ever understand deen unless leaving her becomes part of your deen. Take this advice and put it in the rubbish bin. Don't tell your wife this. The women of Sahaba radiallahu anhum, my brothers and my sisters, grew up in what environment? They nurtured the iman. They nurtured the iman in an environment where the husband comes home and saying, I am leaving for jihad. Maybe I won't come back. And the wife makes dua and the kids make dua that the husband gets martyred. Now, good Muslim syndrome, husband and wife are cute couples. They're Western couples. This is an unshakable bond. If you tell your wife now you're going away for the weekend, da'wah, khuruj, or whatever, I say, are you serious? How about the go out day, Sunday? I had one brother coming with me, khuruj, every month he used to come with me, khuruj. You know? We go khuruj khuruj is supposed to be 3 days a month, 10%, you know? But by the time khuruj came, you know, from the India, Pakistan, from the, you know, where the effort started, to Australia, it already got decreased by 1 day. Tax, GST, you know? So we do khuruj 2 days in Australia. Even these 2 days now, Saturday, Sunday, very, very hard on the nafs. Very hard on the nafs. One brother used to come with, every month he comes khuruj, Sunday, dhuhr, he leaves the khuruj. I go, brother, where are you going? Oh, Sheikh, Sunday, family day. I go, brother, khalas, 3 Sundays, family day, 1 Sunday a month, stay with us. Impossible. Deen, religion. Sunday, family day. If I don't, Sheikh, big problem at home. Big problem at home. Brother, if you can't give Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you can't give your deen 10%, 3 days in the month, to sit down, focus, pray 2 raka'at, do some ta'aleem, sit down, work in some da'wah, do something for your akhirah, how do you expect to sustain your iman? If you don't teach your wife to be independent, that sometimes you will have to go and travel for the da'wah, at least for da'wah, not for jihad, jihad, but da'wah, wallah habibti, look, here's my return ticket, I'm coming back to you, I'm calling you every day, don't worry, you know. And still wife says no. What will happen when the Mahdi appears? If you don't train your wife, you think you're going to go one day, habibti, uyuni, my love, my Jan, Mahdi has appeared and I have to go. She will say, Bismillah habibi, Allah ma'ak. May Allah Azza wa Jal support you, may Allah help you. She will collapse. She never left her in your life. We need to train ourselves to live closer to the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.